Hey everybody, Rob here from Basin Tackle, and here is the day on the ocean in the drift boat with Captain Kiefer. Look at that pole bent over. I'm using a 7-foot medium light spinning rod by Coonan with a Fierce 2000 with 8-pound test. And I'll tell you what, it makes everything you catch a fight. This is our first one of the day. You can see the gaff in the bottom left-hand corner. Kiefer's gaff happy. You got to watch out for this guy now. He wants to gaff everything. But check that out, top of the head. Beautiful fish. Beautiful fish. All right, Kiefer's got one hooked up. And he picks up my iPhone to get a picture of me with that big one I've got. We put a Basin Tackle sticker on it. So he's reeling in a fish and handling my $900 iPhone at the same time. I don't know if you can see the stick-on eyes. I took some googly eyes for my kids. But look at this, horizontal now. Put some googly eyes on it because it's an iPhone. Do you get it? iPhone? All right, I'm pitching out by that rock, see if I can get something. Kiefer's bringing one in. There was a lot of back-to-backs and double headers. It was a fantastic day. There's Tyler Pulse out there and his buddies. They're on pontoon boats. We're trying to keep an eye on them. They did all right. They did okay. They couldn't get out quite in that little bit of a deeper water, but for all intents and purposes, they did okay. There's Kiefer skipping one along the surface, bringing it back in. Greenling, nice greenling. Those things were swallowing the hooks. Everything else was kind of lip hooked. Those greenling were down in the gullet. There we go, another good hookup. Look at that, 7-foot medium light. Again, 8-pound test, and just a hoot. All kinds of fun. And there goes the gaff again. Apparently, they've kicked him out of Fred Meyer, Walmart, and one of the Safeways because every time he goes to buy produce, he's actually using a gaff to pick it up and put it in his cart. And they frown on that. So this is a big one. It's hard to tell, but oh, I want to get over the oar, but I don't want to lose it because, again, super light gear. I want to get it close for him. And a swing and a miss. He redeems himself. There we go. Another nice fish. And it was like this all day. We had some small throwbacks, but for the most part, it was a really good grade of fish. Look at that. Again, like double headers or back-to-backs, however you want to run that. Cut out a little bit of time there, because these things are taking drag. Again, we're using such a light gear, they're taking drag. Kiefer's using bass gear. I'm not sure if he's got a Lew's set up or a Duckworth. Check that out. The one time I say don't use the gaff, it's probably one of the top 3 sized fish of the day. As soon as I get it over the side, the line snaps, but thankfully it fell in the boat. We were just killing ourselves laughing. All right, now we're doing the Basin Tackle underwater cam. We've got that going on. A lot of fish down there. You know, I could do 2 hours of just this, but we've condensed it. Like, look what happens. They kind of come, they bump it, a little bit aggressive. There's a lingcod. These are all legal ling down at the bottom. And he's kind of jacking with it, forcing it around, and now it's in his mouth, and we're gonna bring him up. Again, super light gear. It is the way to go in that shallow water. We're running, you know, probably 30 to 50 feet. There's some really nice sharp drop-offs all along the reefs there. We launched in Sunset and pushed out from there, and just all those rocks. You know, me personally, I love shallow water. It's not as big a fish, but I don't puke as much. And again, just a lot lighter gear. Look at that. I mean, they're taking drag, man. Yeah, they're 24 inches, 23 inches. Look at that hog Kiefer just pulled up. So I'm still fighting this guy. Gotta bring him in. Look at that pole bent over, man. I mean, that is super duper cool. You know, this is stuff you're not going to get on freshwater, obviously, around here. There's some good bass and stuff, but every now and then, you've got to get in that salt water and get something a little bit bigger. Just put that small gear to the test. And again, Fierce 2000. Everything we're using today, we carry at Basin Tackle. And I'm using Iser line. Yeah, Iser line's a love or hate sort of thing. All right, check that out. Oh, and he gets them nice. They've got some really nice keeper ling. So here, now we've got, look at that. He just came out of nowhere. That's a 3-ounce flutter. And that twister on there is a Berkeley Gulp scented. So they're just not that aggressive. They weren't that day. We think they were feeding during the night. There's 1,000 fish that follow every lure for everyone that takes it. Little black, they're kind of checking it out, seeing what's going on. Not all that interested. They're more annoyed than anything else. I want you to see something coming up here. Kind of some dull footage here, but I just want you to see this ridge where all these fish are hanging out. You know, there's a ling kind of nipping at it. But look in the background. Hang on, you'll see it here. Can you see all those fish out there? Can you see? There is a biomass out there that's huge. That entire reef wall is just covered with black rockfish and other stuff. And there we go, folks. We had all kinds of fun. Glad you could join us.